All right, Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well over the flock. Shalom and salutations to you brothers out here pushing words of truth and sincerity. No reply mob. I rather desire this video is edifying. And yeah, so no more formalities, aka personal questions on the GMS Classic Kings podcast. We're going to transition into the serious-minded questions. You know, brothers in Great Millstone, very serious-minded. The temperature check has begun, and you have to know why you in here. It's good to know where you came from on a personal level for you and yourself. But as far as sharing that amongst the body, yeah, we're going to take that part out. We could do without that, and that's the spirit. You know, I'm just having these conversations with Akim about that, and it's very unnecessary, especially in the climate we in. Great examples brought out by Apostle Gabata today in his lesson, where that we're in a sinking ship, and you don't necessarily get to know the person sinking next to you in the ship. You just try to figure out how to survive in that bitch. Great analogy, lesson learned, much to be taken from that lesson. As far as personal questions go on the podcast, yeah, that's out of there. Amongst the body, you know, you have reason to share war stories, but guess what? We are at the midst of war. We're still in war. So it's a good idea to let some of these old past stories rest where they lie, and lie where they rest at. You know, it basically hardens you to a level that you just don't give a damn anyway about the past, and not as if we ever did. It's just you know, for something, Jake, it kind of helps us understand who we dealing with and who we around. But yet and still, that's not a conversation for the podcast no longer. So what we're going to do, Akim, is transition. And we're going to roll with the spirit, right? And Salakia, I'll try to quote a few of these scriptures, you know. And basically what's going on is the podcast can't be in the sense that we trying to be like the world. It can't be that sense. So, you know, as a when I first started it, I did just take pointers off of what I saw for other podcasts, because I liked the air of openness and sharing and whatnot. But needless to say, the scriptures say, you know, we come out of her, you know, and be ye separate, be ye holy. And so it's not, you know, the template was what I saw for other podcasts. However, that's not the spirit that we're going to continue it in. We're going to be better than everything we see out here, and that's really the goal. And this truth is to be better at what you do. What is your position? What is your calling? You know, and continue on. So through the spirit, you know, we've been having these conversations lately about how we could transition, and it's going to be more of bringing out topics or entire chapters and breaking them down. Then the questions can kind of come. Brothers that have certain questions for each other, and we can share in that way. But you know, that keeps our mind girded on, and our loins girded. Scriptures say, gird up thy loins like a man. That's a man getting ready for warfare. You know, when the girding up your loins means girding up your garment, because you're getting ready for a fight. Scriptures say we are not asleep as others are asleep. You know, we are not of the children of darkness, but of the children of light. So we ain't got to operate like we children of darkness. Not to say that's what that was going on at the podcast on that channel. But furthermore, we're going to take correction and improve, you know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemiel Shah. Any brothers that's still interested, the style in which we're going to bring things out is just based off of scripture, future prophecy, and what's going on in the water. You know, the water, the spirit moves like the wind. And the scriptures tell you that let the righteous smite me. All right. So continually, man, this is what we about. We about correction. Furthermore, again, you know, there will no be any more personal questions. All right. So if you jump on, you ain't gonna be asked about your grandma. You ain't gonna be asked about what house you grew up in, how bad it was. You know, amongst each other, whatever. You know, even still. We get sharper, we get rougher, we get tougher, We just not like them in the world at the end of the day. We just nothing like them. So, you know, personally, on a personal level, brothers still want to be able to open up to amongst a certain group or a certain individual, you know, for the sake of scriptures do, you know, talk about confess ye one to another your faults, and certain things is worth going into for edification's sake. However, that's not what's going to be on the podcast now. You know, we still going to have brothers from different channels and different states. I would rather Zah be able to come together and meet. I think the flow of that energy was more was better. Just to be able to have multiple multiple camp members on from different states at one time. I think the brothers really that helps increase your learning, and you never know, you know, what you're gonna be edified with, you know, because you having somebody from a whole nother camp, and the way that brother might break it down, or the way he might actually start speaking and revealing certain things and words that you just don't hear from your camp, that can be very edifying, man. So through the spirit, the body is just opening up and being able to do all types of things, man, you know. And this is spiritual warfare, and we're going to stay in the spirit, remain in the spirit. So the water again for all of the correction, the water for the appreciation, for the brothers that shared, and we're going to continue and hold steadfast, all right, till Shiloh come. I brought this out. This video was edifying, short and sweet. Shalom.